Very special guest. We are being joined now by Melinda Gates, who is, of course, co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It's the single largest philanthropic organization in the world. Melinda, it's a great pleasure to have you with us. So what's it, 30 or $35 billion that you've got, and you have to give away $1.5 billion a year. So how do you deal with that pressure of giving away $1.5 billion every single year?
No, not at all. In fact, Bill and I love the progress that we're seeing on the ground, and we feel like our money is just there to help with so many of the causes that are needed. So no, Bill and I very much enjoy what we're doing with the foundation.
Okay. Melinda, what exactly, if you could just run us through, what exactly has brought you to India right now? Why are you here at this moment?
Well, I really wanted to see what's going on with a lot of these maternal and child issues, because India, when you look at the maternal and child deaths that happen around the world, 9 million deaths happen for children under the age of 5 across the globe. Almost 2 million of those deaths happen here in India. And I wanted to see the progress that the government was making with the National Rural Health Mission, as well as see a couple of the projects that we're working on the ground in conjunction with the National Rural Health Mission, and see how those are coming together to make progress against these maternal and child death issues.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about Avahan, of course, which is the work which you're doing on AIDS. It's one of your biggest campaigns here in India. How do you think that's progressing, and do you think the fight against AIDS is going well, partly with the help of Avahan?
Well, we've been very committed for a number of years in India around the AIDS issue. We have one of our largest programs around AIDS. It's actually in India. It's a program called Avahan that was started a number of years ago here. So we're very committed to AIDS. Polio still is endemic in India. It's only in 107 blocks still in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So we're working very closely with the Indian government on their commitment around polio. We're very excited about that. We're working on raising the immunization rates, because that will help with these childhood deaths, and also now starting to do some work around cultural practice between mothers, really learning that they need to breastfeed their babies right away and keep their babies warm. So we're working on a whole host of issues in health in India.
Would you say that India is still a very high-risk location for HIV/AIDS, or have things started to improve a little bit in the last 3 or 4 years?
Well, I think that's what's been so fantastic. The Indian government's commitment on AIDS, the Avahan project, a whole host of partners who came together to say, let's make sure that India doesn't get to this tipping point that other countries in Africa got to, where AIDS spread out into the wide part of the population. India's really been able to keep it contained in one part of the population, sex workers or 2, and intravenous drug users. And that's been phenomenal, so that India didn't have this widespread epidemic that many people predicted would happen. And I think that's because of so much of the community coming together to work on this crucial issue, and it's been fantastic.
Melinda, when Bill Gates got the Indira Gandhi Prize a couple of years back, he said the next 5 years were going to be absolutely crucial and absolutely critical for India on the healthcare front. He said these would be make or break years. Do you still believe that these are the crucial 5 years?
Absolutely, and I think the government's commitment to the National Rural Health Mission has been huge in that. The fact that they made that commitment allows a platform to be built where there will be health clinics that women can go to deliver their babies safely, that there will be services there. That whole section of ASHA workers and the auxiliary nurse midwives who give vaccinations out, and the ASHA workers who take women into these health clinics, that's absolutely crucial, and that couldn't be done without the commitment that the Indian government has made.
Tuba.com